Counting on fans think Jackson Duggar is now courting. Counting on alum Jackson Duggar is one of the few children of Jim Bob and Michelle who still lives in the big house. The 20-year-old has also been very active in their church, performing at plays and singing for a choir. However, some fans think Jackson is taking things to the next level. Keep reading to see why he may be courting today. Counting on, how's Jackson Duggar today? Jackson occasionally appears in some of his siblings' vlogs and social media posts. In May 2022, the Counting on alum made headlines after Jim Bob and Michelle sent him to Alert Academy, which is a controversial behavioral camp where Josh was once a camp member. This created speculation that Jackson may be dealing with behavioral issues and needed to be corrected. However, some believe Jim Bob and Michelle only wanted to prepare Jackson to become more mature as he enters adulthood. Fans think Jackson is now courting. Some fans are speculating that Jackson Duggar may already be courting. According to some, the Counting on alum just joined Instagram earlier this month. His first post was a stunning photo of him dressed up as a cowboy at a rodeo stadium. He also received comments from some of his siblings, confirming that it was his real account. One of them was from James Duggar, who left a comment saying, "Dope. Jackson is part of the Lost Boys, who spends most of his time bonding with James." It's also a known tradition for the family that whenever someone joins Instagram, it basically means that they're about to announce something big. It was mostly a courtship announcement, and many fans hope it's the same thing for Jackson. Counting on, Jackson Duggar spotted with alleged girlfriend. Jackson Duggar has yet to share if he's dating someone today. However, the Counting on alum caught a lot of attention earlier this year after he was spotted having fun with cornhole with a family friend, Laura Dempsey. This sparked rumors that there may be something special between the two. However, some doubt they have a romantic relationship due to their age gap. At this point, fans can only hope that Jackson will soon share new updates about his relationship status. The Duggar family has long kept viewers guessing when it comes to their famously strict courtship rules. From coded language and side hugs to family chaperoned outings, fans of Counting on have practically become amateur detectives when it comes to spotting a potential Duggar romance. And now, the internet sleuths think they've uncovered their next case. Jackson Duggar might be courting, and while nothing is confirmed, the signs are there if you know where to look. At just 20 years old, Jackson is the youngest Duggar son from Jim Bob and Michelle's original 19 children. While many of his older siblings were married by this age, some even already having children of their own, Jackson has so far flown mostly under the radar. But recently, fans have begun to notice that Jackson is stepping more into the spotlight, and his quiet evolution has ignited rumors that he could be preparing to announce a courtship. The Duggar courtship pattern. First, it's worth remembering how tightly orchestrated Duggar courtships tend to be. The Duggars don't date, they court, which is essentially a pre-engagement. It's only pursued with marriage in mind and is always public, often shared via family blogs or TLC when Counting on was still airing. Before courtships are announced, there are often subtle signals, social media shifts, sudden appearances in public with certain people, more polished personal grooming, and of course, a noticeable increase in family photo ops. Jackson, fans believe, is now checking all these boxes. Bluish 1. Jackson's sudden social media glow up. Although Jackson doesn't have a personal Instagram account, fans have noticed a sudden shift in how he's portrayed in family posts. In recent months, Jackson has popped up more frequently in Instagram stories and photos from siblings like Jedediah, Joy Anna, and James Duggar. But what really caught attention is his appearance. Jackson, once the baby-faced teen who stayed behind the scenes, is now appearing noticeably more groomed, dressed in tucked-in button-ups and fitted jeans instead of his usual casual tee and cargo shorts look. This is classic Duggar pre-courtship behavior. When Jeremiah Duggar was first rumored to be courting Hannah Wisman, fans noticed the same transformation, a glow-up that seemed to be less about style and more about, "I'm about to meet her parents." 2. The mystery girl at family events. Fans who follow the Duggar family closely know that unexplained female guests at events are often potential courtship candidates. In recent family event photos shared from weddings, church gatherings, and family trips, eagle-eyed viewers spotted a young woman appearing frequently near Jackson. Though her identity hasn't been officially confirmed, she's been spotted standing close to Jackson in group shots, and even sitting beside him during a large family dinner. For a Duggar to be seated beside someone of the opposite sex at a family function, that's not just casual. It's strategic. While the family has not spoken publicly about this young woman, it mirrors previous pre-courtship soft launches, such as when Lauren Swanson was quietly attending family events before her relationship with Josiah was officially confirmed. 3. A trip to Arkansas. With purpose? Some fan theories took off after it was reported that Jackson had been traveling more recently, including several trips back to the family's home base in Arkansas despite several siblings having moved out. According to some online posts, Jackson was spotted in town with a small group that included Jim Bob and Michelle, and most notably, the same young woman from previous events. Why is this important? The Duggar courtship process traditionally involves the parents not just being informed, but heavily involved. If Jackson is introducing a woman to the family, and Jim Bob is already in tow during trips, it's a strong indication that this may be the beginning of formal courtship discussions, or that those talks have already happened. 4. Subtle hints from his siblings. The Duggars may be media savvy, but sometimes the biggest clues come from their own loose-lipped siblings. In a recent Q&A YouTube video from Joy Anna Duggar and her husband Austin, a fan asked if there were any new Duggar courtships underway. Joy's response? A giggle, a glance at Austin, and a quick subject change. Even more suspicious was a recent video posted by Jed Duggar, in which Jackson made a brief appearance helping out during a home renovation project. When asked jokingly if he was next to get married, Jackson didn't say no, he just smiled and kept walking. In the world of Duggar silence, a smile can speak volumes. A Duggar boy in his prime courting age. Let's not forget, 20 is practically late to the game in the Duggar world. Many of Jackson's older brothers and sisters entered courtships or even got married between the ages of 18 and 22. Joseph married Kendra at 23. Justin was just 18 when he got engaged to Claire. By Duggar standards, Jackson's at the perfect age for starting a courtship, especially as the family may be trying to shift attention back to positive news after years of scandals surrounding the family's reputation. With TLC's counting on canceled and public trust in the Duggar name still tenuous following Josh Duggar's crimes and imprisonment, it wouldn't be surprising if the family was hoping for some image rehabilitation through a wholesome, clean-cut courtship announcement. Jackson, who has stayed mostly untouched by controversy and has grown up largely out of the spotlight, would be the ideal Duggar to spearhead a narrative shift. What would a courtship mean for Jackson? If the rumors are true and Jackson is courting, it marks a turning point in his life, and potentially in the Duggar family legacy. While some siblings like Jinger and Jill have distanced themselves from the strict fundamentalist upbringing, others remain deeply entrenched in their parents' values. A Jackson courtship could signal that the next Duggar generation plans to more social media.